Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
Take a stroll through downtown Pittsburgh and you're likely to share the sidewalk with young people walking dogs, step across a bike lane as you cross the street, and run into a crowd in Market Square at a farmer's market or a community event. You look up and you see cranes in the sky as workers build new office towers and hotels, especially hotels. And if you get hungry, you find a growing number of places to eat. According to the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, more than $5 billion has been invested downtown in just the past decade, with residential, commercial, and hotel occupancy on the rise. Jeremy Waldrop is president of the PDP, which recently released its annual State of Downtown report. And welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mentioned that whole list of things going on downtown, and of course, most recently, Picklesburg, the incredible thing you did a couple of weeks ago, right?
It was a really big deal. I'm almost over those puns.
Yes, right.
I'm almost over it.
Okay, you're getting past it. You have a couple of weeks to get over it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we welcomed about 60 to 70,000 people to the Rachel Carson Bridge to celebrate all things pickled with our sponsor, H.J. Heinz, Whole Foods, and BNY Mellon. We had a fantastic time. We had restaurants, a lot of them from downtown Pittsburgh, selling their pickled dishes, international cuisine, local cuisine. It was fantastic, kind of family-friendly environment. Exactly what we hope to do, which is bring people into downtown to just experience the beautiful rivers, the trails, and of course, all the amenities that you just mentioned in downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you mentioned, obviously the pickle tradition. We all know Heinz, over 145 years presence here in Pittsburgh, but you found that people respond to pickles and they show up?
Oh my goodness, yeah, our Instagram feed, we had 2,500 posts, hashtag Picklesburg. People taking selfies with an inflatable 35-foot balloon that we had soaring above the Rachel Carson Bridge. It was a great way to celebrate downtown, the heritage of Pittsburgh, and we think that this is going to be an annual tradition. We're really excited about the response that we had, both from the restaurant community. They were stoked to get out there and play with pickles. We weren't just doing pickles, but all things pickled. So we had Whole Foods out there doing demonstrations on how you can basically pickle and can anything coming from your garden right now, and really picking up on that kind of do-it-yourself movement that's so popular these days in food.
Well, it makes sense, and it kind of extends what you've been doing on Market Square with the farmers market every week. I mean, there's all that vitality happening right now.
Yeah, Market Square is booming. Every Thursday, we're welcoming between 7,000 and 8,000 folks to the farmers market. That happens through the end of October. We've picked that up and really started programming a lot on nights and weekends. We have an upcoming night market happening in conjunction with the Cultural Trust Gallery Crawl in late September. That's something that we do 4 times a year. We're trying to find ways that get folks downtown, really highlight our unique assets, bring them in to celebrate the culture, the entertainment that's occurring down there throughout the year.
Yeah, well, and it's exciting to see all that happening. Of course, we did get one bit of bad news recently, and that has to do with another downtown institution, now Macy's department store, originally Kaufman's. Come as a shock that we got that news?
It wasn't terribly surprising. We knew that it's something they've been talking about. They've been wanting to get out of the ownership business of downtown assets nationally, and this was something that they had mentioned to us a while ago. I've been in Pittsburgh 4 years now.
And they owned that building, that enormous building there, right? Yeah.
It was underutilized. They kept decreasing the size. And I think anyone who had been in that store in the last probably 8 years knew that it wasn't the best store that Macy's could be. We're really excited about what Core is going to be doing. This is a Philadelphia-based development company who's going to be coming in with a new hotel, new residential units, and then ground floor retail, investing $40 million in this really marquee space. So we're looking forward to working with them to make this really a premier destination again for downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you think about it, of course, years and years ago, downtown was the retail destination for the whole region. There are pockets where retailers seem to be doing really well, but if there's sort of one area that hasn't gelled or re-gelled in downtown, it would seem to be retail.
It is. It's something that I think we still struggle with, and I think that's something that you're seeing nationally. You have these big box retailers who maybe started off in downtown locations and now they've migrated to the burbs. Now everyone's shopping online and kind of going back to that boutique or smaller format specialty retail. And it's tough for downtowns to compete with that. One of the things that we have for us and against us is restaurants are growing at a phenomenal pace in downtown and they're paying top dollar. So you have a retailer coming in saying, I want to pay 50% less than you can get from a restaurant. And it's a tough decision for the landlord about, okay, am I going to take this restaurant that's willing to pay premium, or am I going to take a good retail? And right now, restaurants winning. We do think that's going to kind of slide back into retail as our residential population grows. We've had 13% growth in the last year of residential
13%?
units
Wow.
in greater downtown.
Okay.
It's really phenomenal growth. We have a pipeline of another 800 units coming online in the next couple of years. So that number is going to continue to increase, and we think that that will encourage more of this boutique retail into downtown and also really support the ones that are there now.
Okay, well, it's a really exciting time to see that. Only a few seconds left. Anything in the near term? Anything else people need to be aware of?
Well, we'll continue to program downtown. You can visit our website, downtownpittsburgh.com. As I mentioned, we're going to have an urban supper. We have night markets. There's a ton of public art and huge festivals coming out through the Cultural Trust. They have a Focus on India event that's a month-long activation in downtown this fall. So a good bit of activity happening, and of course we're hoping for the Pirates to continue to do well. That certainly supports all the restaurants downtown, and we love cheering them on.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. Jeremy Waldrick from the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thanks for
again.
having me. Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah. And we'll be back in a minute with a story of a local business that chose to mark its 20th anniversary by giving back to the community. Stay with us.